Hey everyone, it's Calvin, also known as Roman. This is the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. This is my first ever playthrough of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, and we just accused a waiter of being a lot more influential than he lets on. Hosonaga-san, the waiter who took the stand earlier.
Objection!
Poppycock! What possible reason would the waiter have to make the witness give false testimony? Not to mention the fact that even the head waiter could not possibly have the level of influence.
We checked their card. For once, I would agree with you. If that is... Oh, the battery's low. If that is the man truly were a waiter.
What? If he truly were?
Come on, Rinosuke. Time to hit this court with the truth. Oh god.
The truth about Satoru Hosanaga's real identity, it's
this, yeah, because we examined this. And we examined... Oh, so, okay, I thought I didn't examine it at the right time. Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, so he's actually a criminal investigation. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. There you go. He's actually a criminal investigation boy.
I'm not sure what this is supposed to prove, Counsel.
I think, Your Excellency, that what this proves is not the true nature of the waiter, but the true nature of the accused.
Sorry?
A blackguard who would stoops, Jesus Christ, I cannot read this game, to presenting irrelevant evidence to incriminate an innocent man. That is the true nature of this rookie.
What? Wait, what? Wait, we have to, oh no, we have to prove so, oh, do we have to actually, like, press on it? Alright then, I'll try. The game should have known what I meant. Okay? I'm not blaming the game, by the way. I should have just probably clicked on it anyway. There we go. I should have clicked on it. Well, that's unexpected. I guess, like, okay, that's silly on my part, to be honest. That's very silly on my part. What is? Look, do you see it says the witness's name here? Satoru Hosonaga? Well, yeah, business cards tend to show the person's name. That's sort of the point. Read it, Ryunosuke. It's not the name that's unexpected. It's his job title. His job? Oh! Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. Inspector? What on earth? I have no idea, but let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence if they're wielding it somehow here. The waiter's business card information has been updated in the court record. So we have that. So now we can present this. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, no, I guess I just thought that we could just do it like that way. That's my fault.
The plan of the restaurant sketched by the man in question. I agree, it shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure what we can conclude anything.
I think some people, said the voice for this guy doesn't fit. For me, it fits perfectly. Like, I think that, like, to me, it's more interesting in like, if a guy, you know, this guy who has this really tough look or this really, you know, chiseled jaw and big beard, talks more like in a softer, kind of whinier tone than it is if I just went, like to me, it wouldn't be fun just going like, I agree. It shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure we conclude anything. To me, he's just not a character at that point. It's just not fun for me either. Sorry, Your Excellency. That's the back of the card. It's the back of the card that's of interest. I beg your pardon? Or perhaps I should have said the front? Yes! It's the front of the back of the card. That's where the telling detail is.
Would somebody please explain what this overexcited student is trying to say?
Hosonaga sketched the plan of the restaurant on the reverse side of this business card. The front of that business card reveals the man in question's profession. His true profession.
The waiter's profession? Well, that's surely... Good gracious!
That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau.
What? The waiter is a police detective? I haven't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard any mention of this before?
The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power. So is he undercover in this place or something? Absolute power as far as regular civilians are concerned. So, witness is there in the stand. I know. Was it in fact the waiter who gave you your orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen this foreign gentlewoman at the scene?
Well,
Hold it. Let them answer. Oh, the music. Final boss has arrived. Inspector Hosonaga. Let them answer. Ido, get him. Get Hosonaga. I was worried something like this may happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility.
The court will take this plan and add to the court record as evidence.
oh, well,
Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once.
of course. Here you are.
Yes, I remember now. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over his business card. I strive to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It's my guiding principle. But I let myself be distracted when I made this sketch. It was an unusual careless mistake.
So you mean to say...
Jesus fucking Christ.
You really are a detective?
But why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? Undercover? The music is so good in this game. It's absolutely fantastic. I was working undercover. Yes, see, I am a detective myself. That's how I knew this. Isn't that right, Ido? Undercover? Yes, there have been a series of incidents at the restaurant recently. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter working undercover. Incidents at the restaurant? What kind of incidents? That would be classified police information, which I am not at liberty to divulge. What are you on about? It's a court case!
We need the informations, buddy.
However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide. Prove it. Prove it. Where's the proof? Where's the proof? That's not... But is this like... I don't know if this is how courts went back then, but you just take someone's word for it all the time? Is that how it works? Is that how, like, court cases work? You just let people go, you know, on their word? Because that's the case. Imagine it still worked like that. That'd be great. Did you steal it? No. Okay, you can go. The music is so good here.
Very well, Inspector Hosonaga, but you will elaborate on one point for the court.
Of course, Your Excellency.
We've just heard new information for the two witnesses besides you. That at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you would also have been aware of this person's presence, having served at the table in question.
We should not be asking him this question. We should be asking the two witnesses the same question we asked before. They did not get to answer their question.
However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I'm led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you require these witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct?
I don't like this guy already. Correct, Your Excellency. Unbelievable. As I suspected. Bang! Someone shot someone in the court. As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what happened. The victim sat slumped in his chair, and beside him, gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite the victim at the same table was a young lady, whom I guessed to be an Englishwoman. So the truth comes out. I immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported the incident to the Bureau. It was then that I received some special orders. Special orders? You mean to say, remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once? It was made clear that the Englishwoman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed. Those were my orders. So you're a little rat. You're a little rat. What if the Englishwoman was the killer? I think it would be in everyone's best interest not to pursue that idea. Oh, would it be? So you're a bad guy too? The Empire views the friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment. An Englishman has been murdered on our soil. Good. to name an Englishwoman as the primary suspect. Well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question. Well, let us get the evidence. You're blocking us getting the irrefutable evidence. You're blocking that, by the way. You're not a good cop. So that's the reason for the disappearance of the Phantom Woman in this case. But it's not right. What's gonna happen? Yeah, he's a bad cop. Bad cop. One possibility does spring to mind. What do you mean, Kazuma? Yume University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain. And I'm fairly certain that one of them, studying in the medical facilities research laboratory, is a young Englishwoman. Oh my god. Of course he knows this. You're a shrewd man, and you're a bad cop. I can see why you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study tour, and I can see why you're a bad cop. You mean, when I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it prudent to check her identity first.
Then the court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector.
The Englishwoman sitting at the university professor's table was a certain Miss Giselle Brett. She's indeed a foreign student, studying in the research laboratory of Yume University's medical faculty.
What?
What is happening here?
Oh my god, he's so tall. I admit that under orders from the police bureau, I erased all evidence of this lady's presence at the scene. Okay, so you're going to jail then. You're going to jail. Okay, I think we can say it's this guy, probably. He's going to jail. He messed with evidence. And all of these witnesses to make no mention of her. Don't slap Ido's head down. He was just trying to see what's happening. Bad cop. Really bad cop. It must now be up to your excellency to decide how to deal with the situation. Execution for you. Probably arrest these other two guys for lying as well. Maybe put them in the jail cell for the rest of their life. Get Payne over there as well and put him in a jail cell also. And while you're at it, why not get Ido and make him president? Or emperor. Or king. Whatever you want. I don't believe in the death penalty, by the way. So it's a joke, okay?
Very well, my thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise. Namely, that the victim was dining alone. However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false, it would be a desecration of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point.
Oh wow, it's something that Jesus, I got so upset there that I started coughing my guts up. Just what Kazuma said. Crazy, isn't it?
But Your Excellency, that would mean missing the noon deadline of the ruling in order to send the telegraphic report to Great Britain. Our own government will surely be displeased by such actions.
Calm yourself, counsel. I will not allow the government of our country or any other to influence the proceedings of my courtroom.
Whoa, we actually have a good judge this time around? We actually have a good judge? That's awesome.
Inspector Hosonaga,
Yes, sir.
you will locate this J.C. Britt and escort her to the courtroom with utmost urgency.
At once, Your Excellency.
But that means you'll be going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau.
As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly. Oh, yeah, you flawlessly covered up an investigation anyway. That's good. So, it won't be a problem? Oh my god, dude. Get help, please. Get help! Nothing will get in my way. Don't cover up any crime scenes on your way back.
Court will adjourn briefly. Prosecution must call the English student Giselle Britt to the witness stand. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
Yeah, put your head down.
Oh, Your Excellency.
Good. Oh, sorry. Good. Then we'll have 30 minutes.
Good. Then we'll have a 30-minute recess before reconvening.
Oh, recess. Nice. Okay. To be continued as well. Here we go. Save your... I will. Man, I'm like... Can I just be honest with you guys? Like, this is like the style of this game, the vibe of this game. I believe the world is like amazing in this game. Like the world building in this game, by the way, because we're learning a lot. I shouldn't say the world building. I really like how we're like doing this. I really like how we're like kind of like learning more and more about this game and this world that we're in piece by piece. Because I'm not always like, you know, I suppose... You know, we don't always like know absolutely every single thing about a certain time period, so it's nice to learn about this stuff. (22nd of November, 11:38 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, Defendants, Antechamber 5. Who do we have with us? Kazuma. My boy. Excellent work, Ryunosuke. That was superb. My heart was in my mouth the entire time. It was almost unbelievable. I mean, looking at you in there. You were drenched in sweat, your eyes popping, your knees knocking, and you were grinding your teeth. Oh boy. It was a good sight. Really nice. But before I knew it, you started finding inconsistencies in the testimonies. I think you might have a natural talent for being a lawyer. Forget it, it's terrifying. If I could get through this, I don't ever want to see the inside of a courtroom again. Ha ha. Anyway, it looks like we've exposed your phantom lady at last. Miss Jezeel Brett, a student from Great Britain. Is she? That's what I was trying to tell everyone from the start. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone. There was a young woman with him, like I've been saying all along. Yes, you have, haven't you? I might not be overly confident in the courtroom, but my powers of observation are one thing I'm sure of. Okay, so we have to remember powers of observation. I think that's something that's probably going to be very important throughout this entire series. Yes, I can see that. So, about this young gentlewoman. Thanks to our detective friend, she was hastily escorted away from the scene, it seems. Did you see what happened with that? No, I didn't see any of it. I was too busy shooting people. I was on my way out of the restaurant myself, and then on the floor next to Dr. Wilson's table, I noticed there was a gun lying on the floor, and just after I bent down and picked it up, bang. I didn't have time to think about where the sound of the gunshot had come from. The waiter ran over to me, looking as white as a sheet, and he bundled me into some sort of small pantry next to the kitchen. Bundled you? What? Fast thinking by the detective, he apprehended the suspect without a moment's delay. Yes, and because I was shut in the pantry, I have no idea what happened outside in the dining area. So your powers of observation are not great. You could have looked around as you were getting taken away, I suppose. There you are. Well done, both of you. Oh, it's him. Yeah? Yeah. Professor Mikotaba.
Well, it seems I was right. The pair of you make an outstanding team. You've exceeded my expectations, I have to say.
Yes, it seems you planned this from the start. You arranged this thing so that I wouldn't be able to act as a lawyer in this trial.
Our modern country is still in its infancy. Our justice system even more so. Which is why I firmly believe that we need to send our brightest young stars overseas to learn all they can. I want you to avoid a situation that may have resulted in your study tour to Great Britain being cancelled.
Well, it makes no difference. Lawyer or otherwise, I'm the kind of man who can't help his best friend, I'm the kind of man who can't help his best friend avert the worst crisis of his life. I shouldn't waste everyone's time by going to study overseas anyway. What are you saying, Kazuma?
So that's your stance. I was afraid you'd feel that way.
Kazuma.
Well then, it looks like it all comes down to you, young man.
To me?
Yes, you need to prove your innocence and uncover what really took place in that restaurant. I must say, I very much want you to know the truth. After all, I have a personal connection to this case.
Come to think of it, he said the same thing earlier this morning, didn't he? If you don't mind me asking, Professor, did you know the victim?
Yes, I did. As you're probably aware, Dr. John H. Wilson was a visiting professor at UMA, and it was I who invited him.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that before.
Anyway, you're about to go into battle. The victim was a university professor for Great Britain, and well-known one at that. Naturally, our government is going to look to identify and punish the culprit as quickly as possible.
But let's not forget who we're going up against. The gentlewoman whose involvement in our police bureau went to extraordinary lengths to hide.
Now, I'm just warning you, Cosmo, if she's pretty, we might have a problem. I might let her away with some things. You know, I might let her away with some things. It might happen. Yes, and I'm sure the prosecution will be using every tool at their disposal to quash your case. But I've no doubt that you pair up with a good fight. Right to the last. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Now then,
I need you to run an errand at the university at once. There's something I think we may need.
Of course. Good luck, Kazuma-sama.
He was giving her the look of who's that?
Defendant Naruto.
Court recess is over. Please make your way back inside the courtroom at once. It's time. Let's get back to it, partner. Let's go in there and deal a decisive blow. Before those old fossils know what hit them. Kazuma, I love how, I think the timidness works so well with his character. It's not annoying timidness or anything. Not that timidness ever is annoying, but I feel like some people will perceive it as that. It works really well, especially with their relationship. What? Thank you. Really? What for? Well, if you hadn't said you believed in me, then I'm fairly sure I'd already been found guilty by now. Look, I have faith in you. As a lawyer. And as a friend.
Oh, my boy.
Friend? Come from you, that means a lot. If I'm found guilty in this trial, he's really going to give up on his dream of studying abroad? That's the kind of true friend he is. So this isn't just my battle anymore. Whoever we're up against, we absolutely cannot afford to lose.
I'm actually really excited who this is because that's one of the most fun things about any Ace Attorney game is the new witnesses you get to see each and every trial. It's actually they're the biggest characters, the ones that react. I guess they interact most with your main character and bring out the best in your main character as well.
I'll save the thank yous for after the trial. You can treat me to one of those sukiyaki meals I like from Yume Cafeteria on University Street. With an extra large portion, of course. Always, dude. Let's do it. 22nd November, 12:09 p.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, Courtroom 2.
Bring her on. I want to see who she is.
The court hereby presumes the trial of Ryunosuke Naruto. Prosecution RHA, have you managed to subpoena the witness?
Yes, Your Excellency. Against all odds. And thanks to a certain young stripling, the prosecution is now under rather painful scrutiny for the government.
Oh, it's from you, from being a big liar. Big liar head. Big dribbly fool. Let the government scrutinize, that's their job. It's not to worry about.
It's not unlikely that the good relations we forged with Great Britain will emerge from this trial unscathed. Will you still think it's nothing to worry about when the new treaty breaks down and our nation founders?
Again, terribly sorry. If the friendship between our nations is really so fragile, then the treaty isn't worth the paper it's written on. Get him! Get him, Kazuma. You really have nothing to worry about, Ryunosuke.
What do you mean?
A secret trial, anxiety over some foreign government's opinions, a bungled investigation, missing witnesses. Is this what our nation's justice system is? Is this Supreme Court of Japan or of England? Yo, you jumped up a rookie boy.
You and your friend know nothing. Nothing in the situation our nation finds itself in.
See, the thing is, like, I totally get that, like, there's a bigger situation in terms of, like peace negotiations and keeping at peace, and not only that, but having, like, trade relations, having, just friendly relations with another country is, like, really, really beneficial to a country. But if it's affecting your country this much, I totally agree with Kazuma, and if it's affecting, like, the actual laws of your country a lot, to the point that it's immoral, then I totally don't agree with it. That's just my stance. There are other ways to make a profit and make money and do well in your country. And there's other countries as well that will, trade with you that are just as good. In fact, if you paid a little bit extra, you could trade with countries that might be a little bit lesser off than other countries, and actually help them out and have a mutual relationship where you get some nice stuff, but at the same time you also pay fair rates to other countries, and then all of a sudden you have some tasty goods, and you have a good relationship, and you have the other people benefiting as well.
By aligning ourselves with this great world power, we'll become strong. Diplomacy has never been more critical. Steady political maneuvering is what will secure our futures.
Get him, Rinosuke. I love that he's always darting around like he's so nervous. I won't deny that I'm no expert. I'm just a student, and one who could arguably study harder too. But standing here now in our Supreme Court, there is one thing I feel very strongly. A country that fails to hold the truth in its justice system in a country is a country with no future at all. I agree. That's why so many countries now have no future. Tear it down, boys. Well said, Rinosuke, despite the wide-eyed look of terror. You called me a brat? They skipped that right away.
Thank you, Council. This court is the pinnacle of our nation's justice system and exists solely for the pursuance of truth. With that in mind, this trial will now resume with the next witness taking the stand. The visiting student from Great Britain, Miss Jaziel Brett.
I'm actually so excited to see her. The designs are always really good too, but are we never going to see Ido again?
Oh, my pal who talks like this.
Your Excellency. Who is it? Who is it? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh my. No, she can take the stand by herself, you fool. Sit down. The music.
Well, what a delight it is to welcome such a fine gentlewoman to Japan, and from such a distant land.
Tea? Someone bring English tea. In England, no discussions will take place without tea.
Is that true? No idea.
So, could we possibly trouble you to state your name and occupation for the court?
Oh my god. I thought I was going to be the guy who was always like drooling over the girl, but okay. My name is Satoru Sanaga. I've been working undercover. Hey, I guess, okay, yeah.
Yes, we know about you already.
Inspector Holland, where are your manners? In England, it's always ladies first.
Oh my god, I did the old judge's voice, didn't I? I did the old judge's voice. Is that true? No idea. More importantly, a little earlier today, you said something to me. You said your powers of observation are the one thing you're sure of. Oh yeah, I think I did, didn't I? Yet your description for this amazing sight was simply a woman. Yeah, it's a pretty freaking magical woman, we gotta say. And with that, we're probably gonna end the video here and see. No, let's get an introduction at least, maybe. Let's get an introduction at least. Sorry, Inosuke, but powers of observation aside, powers of description are sorely lacking. Guilty. I love that he just like only has eyes for you though.
So, dear lady, once again, if we may trouble you for your name and occupation, please.
This is where we'll end the video. I think it's such a good cliffhanger. I like doing cliffhangers. We're gonna see who she is in the next one. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.